Coming to you live from the Black Goat 39 studios, this is the Guru Talkin Sports Podcast. Now here's your host, the Guru of Sports. Thank you. Much too kind. Thank you. Please take your seats. Clear the aisles. Hello, sports fans, and welcome. Welcome to episode 60 of the Guru Talkin Sports Podcast. I am your host, the Guru of Sports, and now I want to introduce to you the one, the only, Mr. Katie Guru is back in the house. Mr. Katie Guru, applause. Welcome back, Katie Guru.
Hey.
He's a man of few words, ladies and gentlemen. Katie Guru is back in the house, and I just want to say, I'm glad that he's here for episode 60 because we're actually going to do a mock draft. This is a mock draft edition of the Guru Talkin Sports Podcast. And Kaden Guru is here with me. And first of all, Kaden, I want to say, what do you think about this upcoming NFL draft?
It's pretty stacked. The quarterbacks have great talent, and the wide receivers are really interesting. So it's going to be a good draft. Might not be a good draft for the Eagles, but
now he's a Eagle fan, and believe me, the Guru has come around with Eagle fans. We're starting to get that bridge where we are not going at each other as much, and I just don't understand their thinking most of the time. But Eagle fans are Eagle fans, and we have to kind of learn to get used to them, I guess. First of all, another thing, I want to say thank you for just watching this or checking us out and listening to us. And like I said, if you're on the YouTube app, if you're on YouTube, you can watch this show or listen to this show as it's being done. The podcast is a great vehicle to get you guys to listen to certain things. And like I said, most of the time you hear stuff. I hear stuff during the week that, I really have to put a kind of like my own spin on. This is my project, and this is what I do. I put a spin on things that I hear. My own take. And like I said, I want to make sure that I have my own point of view of what's going on. There are certain things that are out there that people can believe, but you have to actually put your own spin on these things. Just like this mock draft. I'm going to put my own spin on this draft. Everybody says, okay, we all know Trevor Lawrence is going first. Wilson is going second. Maybe Fields is going third. What is the spin on it? What is your spin on it? This is my spin on what I feel as though this draft is going to be. I got a couple other things that I'm going to talk about too. I'm going to talk about Aaron Rodgers on Jeopardy. I'm going to talk about Julian Edelman as a Hall of Famer. And, I also want to mention one other thing before I start. Jackie Robinson Day was this Thursday. Now, everybody knows the story of Jackie Robinson, and basically I've heard that he is one of the most written about African-American figure in history. The thing about Jackie Robinson is that you got to go deeper into the conversation or find out more about what Jackie did and what Jackie was about. Before he passed away, he did say that he would like to see a African American manager in managing in the MLB. Now, that did happen like maybe a year after he passed away. Frank Robinson was the first African American to manage, and he managed the Cleveland Indians. But the thing about it is that we still are having a lot of problems with the African American participation in the major leagues. As I seen it, I think the percentages was up around 30 to 35% when Jackie Robinson kind of left the game, or around 1972 or so. Today it's down to about 8 to 6% of African Americans playing baseball. Now, we know that baseball is not the most liveliest sport. It's not like you can go out and take a basketball and play on a basketball hoop by yourself, or football where you got, a couple guys go out and they, throw it around the football. Baseball, it takes a little bit of time. It's a time sport. Some of the things that they did to try to make the game a little bit better and try to improve it with the runner on second base and extra innings, I don't have a problem with that. But still, I like to see some of those 16 and 17 inning games. Those are kind of fun. I remember a couple times where I was going to work at like maybe 3 o'clock in the morning, and Baltimore and Seattle are still playing out on the West Coast, 3 o'clock in the morning, and they're in like maybe the 15th or 16th inning. Those games were fun. But the thing about it is that, the times are changing, and baseball has to change with it. I kind of like it, kind of don't, but, I can understand it. But like I said, baseball really needs an image change. Image change in the point of, getting their stars out there a little bit more. Maybe if they cut it down to 100 games, it might be a little bit more interesting. I know 162 games is a lot of games. Not like in football, you only have 17 games. You can concentrate on that, and that makes it more exciting. Baseball's got a real problem, and basically, I told you about this before. They really got to do something about upping their image. And, the stars has to be, featured, like Tatis, like Mike Trout, like Cody Bellinger, like Mookie Betts, like Bryce Harper. All these guys have got to, all baseball's got to do is just up the image a little bit more and get it interesting to where, kids can watch it. My kid right here, he's 15. He really doesn't like baseball, and I kind of don't blame him. But see, I'm from the old school where I love baseball, no matter what. I got really psyched and hyped up on baseball when during spring training, and basically from the beginning of the season, I really got hyped on it. I'm still kind of hyped on it right now because I know that the Dodgers, the Angels, the Padres, and the Orioles are all playing good right now. The Blue Jays, they're struggling a little bit, but I still love the Blue Jays. And I just want you to know, Dave May, I am still a Blue Jay fan. Dave May Jr. is a scout for the Toronto Blue Jays, and I always, text him and ask him his opinion on how the team is doing. And he's been on the podcast several times, and I really enjoy his, the friendship and the relationship we have in baseball. Now, I do, finishing up on Jackie Robinson Day. Jackie Robinson was a great figure, and the thing about it is that universally, it's great that everyone wears the number 42 on April 15th every season. And some people have actually made a suggestion of bringing back the 42 and, giving it to maybe the biggest players in the game. It's something we'll have to look at and have to see. Now, I'm going to go to my next subject. Was Julian Edelman retired, and everybody said, is he a Hall of Famer? He should be a first ballot Hall of Famer because of his stats in the postseason. And I say, hell no. Hell no, because guess what? How is it that somebody that is ranked right now about right around 250th in catches is going to go to the Hall of Fame? Answer that question for me. Okay, yes, he got 3 Super Bowl rings. I understand that. But the dude only had 3 1,000-yard seasons. How many did Calvin Johnson have? How many did Jerry Rice have? How many did Steve Largent have? How many did Des Bryant have? Des Bryant has a bigger argument of going to the Hall of Fame than Julian Edelman. Come on now. I know you Patriot honks are going to go out and say, hey, the guru's wrong. They're picking on me. No, it's not right. Because the thing about it is that you got to remember one thing. And here's the biggest point I'm going to make. Julian Edelman did not make a single All-Pro team. Or, what is that game they play between the Super Bowl, Caden? Pro Bowl. He didn't make a Pro Bowl. How you going to put somebody in the Hall of Fame that never made a Pro Bowl? Come on now. Give me a break. Julian Edelman, he's a Patriot Hall of Famer for sure, right? Am I right, Caden Guru? He's right, yeah. But he's not an NFL Hall of Famer. So believe me, you won't be seeing him wearing no gold jackets anytime soon. That's it. I'm done with Julian Edelman. Because the thing about it is that the whole conversation went on and on and on this week. And believe me, it wasn't I was like, wait till I get a shot at this. Because believe me, he is not a Hall of Famer. He's a Patriot Hall of Famer. He did great for the Patriots. Him, Gronk, Brady, they all won Super Bowl rings together. But not as not in the hall where my man Jim Parker is resting. Not where not Bubba Smith. I was getting ready to say Bubba Smith. I love Bubba Smith. Deacon Jones. Not where Roger Staubach is. Not where Jerry Rice is. Not even where Calvin Johnson is going to be in a few months. No. He's not a Hall of Famer, folks. Believe me. That's it. Julian Edelman, this topic is dead and gone. Believe me. All right. Aaron Rodgers was hosted Jeopardy for 2 weeks, and I think he did a really good job. I think he really did a good job. I really like Aaron Rodgers. I really like him, on Jeopardy. But I want to ask you a question. Do you think that he could do this and still play football at the same time? Caden Guru, I want to ask you, do you think Aaron Rodgers can host Jeopardy and play football at the same time? No. Okay. He says there's only 50 shows a year that he has to tape. But I don't know. To me, it seems like it's a hard job to do. And it's even harder when you're playing football and you got to concentrate on, getting your team back to the Super Bowl. Tom Brady is focused on one thing and one thing only, winning Super Bowls. He don't have any other priority. The only priority to him is that he didn't win enough, so he's going to go out there and keep winning them. Rodgers has to have that same kind of mentality. Has to have the same mentality as that. But I really think that if he wants to do it, I think they're going to bring in Ken Jennings. They're going to bring in Anderson Cooper and a couple other celebrities to do Celebrity Jeopardy, to fill in for the late Alex Trebek. But I really think that if he really wants to do this, he could take a shot at this right after playing football. But you never know. He might be able to multitask and do it that way. I don't see anything wrong with it. I really enjoyed the 2 weeks that he was on Jeopardy. And I think it was pretty funny that, that one question, and the guy didn't know the Green Bay Packers, but yet and still he remembered the Dallas Cowboys, and Roger said, "Oh, you know that one, huh?" Kind of snarky, but it was pretty good. I think it was a really good thing with him on Jeopardy. So, like I said, big props to my man Aaron Rodgers. Big props to Julian Edelman too. But like I said, we all know where we're going with that. All right, it is time now for the first ever Guru's NFL mock draft. And to do the honors with me is my own sidekick and little man, little big tall man. You guys should see him. This guy is like a giant now. Or is it I'm shrinking? I don't know. All right. Caden Guru is going to help me out. Okay, Caden Guru, I'm going to take the first pick now. This is what we're going to do. We're going to take the top 10, and then we're going to talk about everything else 11 through 32 and what every team needs or whatever. And like I said, this is a mock draft, so this is not a perfect science. We're just going to go ahead and go through it. Okay, with the first pick in the NFL draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars take who? Trevor Lawrence. Everybody knows that that's a foregiven conclusion on where he's going. And, I really think that Trevor Lawrence is going to make an impact on Jacksonville. They're going to change the perception with them and make them a little bit better team. And hopefully they can get some good defensive players in this draft as well to try to help them build back. All right, with the second pick in the NFL draft, 2021 NFL draft, the New York Jets take who?
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson. Okay. Zach Wilson, to me, I don't know. I've seen him play once, and I think he played against Coastal Carolina, or was that Coastal Carolina that was really good? Yeah, they played against them, they lost. I've seen him play against them, and I wasn't really impressed with him. But
his draft day, like his pre-draft workout.
Yeah,
I was impressed with that.
You was impressed with his pre-draft workout. Okay, if you say so. I saw him when he played against that Coastal Carolina. He didn't look good. And the thing about it,
he has a great arm though.
He has a great arm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, if Caden Guru says so, then and believe me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I really wasn't into the mock draft. I really wasn't into the draft because there was so much stuff going on, baseball and basketball and hockey. I kind of overlooked it, but I'm glad that he's here to help me out with this. Okay, the third pick in the NFL draft, the San Francisco 49ers moved up, and who are they going to take?
Justin Fields, Ohio State quarterback.
That's right. Now, you know what? If I was the Jets, I would take Justin Fields. Because he's a winner. He's the best. He's probably the second. He is the second best quarterback in this field. Am I correct? He's better than Mac Jones. He's better than Zach Wilson. He's better than Lance. And there's a lot of other ones that I still. There's a couple other ones that are on. That's going to be on the board later on down the road that are quarterbacks that I've seen. I don't even know how they put them on there, but they're draft prospects anyway. Okay, now at 4, the Atlanta Falcons. Who are they going to take?
I got them taking Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts, okay.
Tight end Florida.
Kyle Pitts. I actually had them picking. I don't know. They might take Trey Lance. I don't know why they would want to take another quarterback. But Kyle Pitts is he the best player in this draft?
He's one of them. He's the best tight end.
Best tight end
in this draft.
How about best overall athlete?
Yeah, you can argue with that.
Yeah, because he can actually play tight end and wide receiver.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that we were looking at. Okay. Also at 4, I had the Atlanta Falcons taking Slater, the offensive tackle. Would that be a bad move for them?
No, that wouldn't be a bad move at all.
I mean, wherever these kids lie, I mean these guys lie, I think it's going to be really good for their team, and they're going to be very, very happy with the rookies that they pick up this year. Okay, with the 5th pick, the Cincinnati Bengals select
Penei Sewell, tackle out of Oregon.
Now, I had Penei Sewell on a couple of these draft boards, and I also see that Chase what's his name?
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase is going to be right there with them. They have, on one of these boards, they have him slotted at 12 to Philadelphia. I kind of see him going 4 to Cincinnati so he can be reunited with Joe Burrow. So that might be a debate there for, a later day, but, we kind of still see that.
They also got T. Higgins last year.
They got T. Higgins. They got T. Higgins out of Clemson. Okay. Yeah, that's right, because remember Burrow, T. Higgins, because they won the championship and all. All right, now the 6th pick, Miami Dolphins, who they have selected?
I got them taking Jamar Chase out of LSU.
You have them taking Jamar Chase?
That's 6, yes.
Now, a couple boards have them pick Kyle Pitts from Florida at 6 because they said there might be a lot of runoff on quarterbacks in the beginning. So, like some of the skill players and, other offensive linemen or, would come in later on. Okay, Kyle Pitts, you got him, Jamar Chase, right? You got Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
I had Kyle Pitts. Okay, Detroit at 7. Who are they taking?
They can go Micah Parsons or wide receiver like Jalen Waddle is a good one, or they can even take Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith. Okay. Now I got Slater, and for Detroit I got Jones, Slater, Chase. There's like you said, there's so many.
They just got rid of Kenny Galladay, so they need a receiver. Their linebacker core is looking pretty weak. They can go.
They basically need a whole team, right?
Yeah, they can go with Micah Parsons, but
all right, we'll say that they go with Micah Parsons. Okay, at 9, Denver, they take who?
I got Carolina.
I'm sorry. Carolina's 8. We've jumped all over past Carolina. Okay, Carolina. Who do you got at 8 for Carolina?
They can take Patrick Surtain. They need a receiver. They can take
Jamar Chase.
Nah, I already picked Jamar Chase.
You already took okay.
To Miami. They could take Devontae Smith here.
Devontae Smith. Okay. All right. So we'll go with Devontae Smith on that one. Okay. 9 is Denver. Who they got picked?
They need a quarterback, so I'm having them take Trey Lance.
Trey Lance, yeah, I can agree with that. I think that's probably their best bet to taking what they need to take. 10 Dallas, who you got with them?
They really need a cornerback, so they could take
Horn,
J.C. Horn.
Surtain.
Yeah, if he's still available, they can take Caleb Farley.
Okay.
But he's ranked pretty high in the draft, so.
All right. So yeah, I agree with that. And that's why it's good to have you here because like I said, I wasn't really focused on the draft. I know it's coming up, but like I said, I've been working on a lot of different other things, so this helps me. Now, all right, let's go through the rest of them. 11, the Giants. Who you think they're going to take? They need an offensive lineman, right?
Yeah.
So that's that Darshaw.
Yeah.
If I'm saying his name wrong, please don't kill me. All right, 12 Eagles. Who you think they take?
If Jalen Waddle's still available, then they should take him.
They like Jalen Waddle over Devontae Smith?
It depends on they're ranked 12th, so it depends on what's available. Mostly.
Yeah, and it depends on if Howie Roseman going to move up and down again, right?
Right.
Oh man, I know y'all Eagle fans don't like this guy. All right, Chargers.
You got Edge.
Jalen Phillips.
Yeah.
Is that Jalen Phillips?
Out of Miami.
That look good, don't it?
Yeah.
All right. I'll tell you what, we're gonna wrap up this, but who do you think? Okay, I'm gonna ask you about a couple teams. New England. Who do you think they're gonna take? Do you think they're gonna take a quarterback, or are they gonna take?
I think they're gonna take Mac Jones out of.
You think they're gonna take Mac Jones? All right, Mac Jones is gonna go off the board. All right. Let's see. Chicago. Who they need? They need a quarterback too, right?
They can take that guy out of Texas A&M.
What's his name?
I forget
his name. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay, while Caden Guru's looking that up, I'm gonna say Pittsburgh is gonna probably take Najee Harris because they lost James Conner and they definitely need another running back. They definitely, and like you said, running backs are not gonna go really high in this draft, but the thing about it is that they need a good solid running back. Jacksonville at 25, I think what they're gonna do is try to get more offensive power for Trevor Lawrence. So I say that Rondé Moore from Purdue, I heard him on the Jim Rome show earlier this week, I'm sorry. And he sounds really good. He's really, really educated, smart guy. I think they would take him. I like Travis ATM as a running back, and that Robinson and ATM would be a really good match for them. I still think that they might go offensive line because they definitely need some help for up front for Trevor Lawrence. Buffalo is probably going to take Travis ATM.
Yeah, or they can take the guy from Ohio State.
Sermon, Trey Sermon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, and believe me, I know my Ohio State guys, so you ain't got to worry about me messing up an Ohio State name. Trey Sermon. Sermon is good. He really filled in, but he was really, when they played Alabama, he wasn't even into it. He was hurt, and it messed him up. Kansas City, who do you think they would take? I think they would take an inside linebacker or something like that. So Landon Dickerson from Alabama is available. Tampa Bay might take the edge rusher from Penn State, Jason Owe. I'll say his name wrong, did I? Owe or so. Mm-hmm. I'll go with him. The Jets at 23 could probably take Aziz Otulari from Georgia. I know I said his name wrong. All right. Elijah Moore is available. Elijah Moore might go to Tennessee. They're looking for another wide receiver. The Colts at 21, they're looking at probably Rashad Bateman from Minnesota. You know, the Bears need a quarterback. All right, we said that. Washington. They got on this board here, they got Tavon Jenkins from Oklahoma State.
What about Las Vegas?
Las Vegas, they would probably take a linebacker. They need defensive help. They were just terrible on defense last year. And believe me, as being a Raider fan, I know they were terrible. So they probably take up Jermaine Oswald. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. His name I definitely messed up. He's from Notre Dame, linebacker from Notre Dame. Greg Newsome will probably go to Arizona. Arizona probably needs. They're going to need cornerback now.
If J.C. Horn drops in the draft, they could take J.C. Horn.
They definitely do because they lost Patrick Peterson, right?
Yeah, or they can take Asante Samuel Jr.
Asante Samuel Jr., that's true too. All right. Okay. Well, in general, what do you think about the draft? It's going to be very interesting, right?
Yeah, definitely in the later rounds, like the late second round, there's like definitely some sleepers that teams can take.
Yeah. And then you start to see more of your running backs coming off the board in the second round. And like I said, I'm more or less, I really like to see, like I said, I've seen this guy, I heard this guy the other day, Rondell Moore from Purdue. Very educated, very well-mannered, very, very nice young man. I think he's going to be a very, very good player in the NFL.
Yeah.
He graduated from Purdue in 2 years. You believe that? 2 years. And he was on that team that beat Ohio State in Purdue when they were ranked second in the nation. I'm still not over that. I don't care for people that beat Ohio State. But, like I said, he was pretty good, and I really appreciate him. All right. Caden Guru, I really appreciate you for being here and helping me out with the draft. Thank you.
No problem.
You know what? Caden Guru is a board op. He is the executive producer. And he's also, like I said, my right-hand man because he comes in here and this is been the first week in about like maybe 4. So he was home for Palm Sunday and Easter with his mom and his family, which is a pretty cool thing. I let him stay home. And I'm glad that he's back here this week because, Caden Guru is a very, very good, very nice, and very humble young man. And I wanted to tell you this on the podcast because I want people to understand that, when I tell people about my story and who I am and what I do and everything, I want people to understand what type of person I am to raise good sons and being able to have productive members of society. It's very important because the thing about it is that with stuff going on in society now, we want to prepare our children for the best and the worst case scenarios. Like I said, Caden Guru, I love you and I appreciate you. And I want you to know that, like I said, I'm your dad and I care about you. I will always be there to back you up no matter what. And like I said, my thing is that I want to make sure I prepare you for life, after the Guru hangs up his podcasts and his shows and all that stuff. But anyway, I really appreciate this time that we had together. I'm going to go through the particulars and say thank you for another great podcast. This is episode 60. Oh, I meant to tell you guys, we got to put out that phone number. We got a phone number. Yes, we do. Now, the Guru Talkin Sports podcast phone number is, I got to remember, I kind of forgot. Like I said, the Guru has a lot of things he do. Travels a lot. He does a lot of different things. He's always on the run trying to do stuff. Oh, yeah, you got to give it up for my man Carlos Rodin. He pitched a no-hitter the other day. And this is the second one for this season. Big shout out to him. Big props. He gets a victory cigar this week. And like I said, our phone number. Here, you can leave me a voice message. You can talk to me. You can tell me anything. Guru Talkin Sports Podcast phone number is 302-468-7239. 7239. That's right. That 39 pops up everywhere, doesn't it, Caden Guru? Mm-hmm. Sure does. All right. Anyway, like I said, I mentioned that on episode 58. I'm going to mention it now on episode 60. Call the Guru. Talk to the Guru. 302-468-7239. All right. And like I said, Guru Talkin Sports Podcast is everywhere. Follow us on YouTube at the Guru of Sports Show. Facebook, Guru's Daily Shorts. I'm El Briscoe on Facebook. IG, the Guru OS39 and Guru's Kids DAE. Daisy, Alex, and Ellie. Okay? Gmail us, Guru Daily Shorts at gmail.com. Twitter, I'm on at Goat39, the Guru. Goaty. Been sitting over there doing nothing, watching me and Caden. He's at Black Goat 39, and he's now up to 91 followers. Wow. You got 91 followers. I'm proud of you. Yeah, I know. I don't know why. Spreaker is the main vessel that we come off of, but you can hear us on Amazon. You know who. I'm not going to say her name because she'll say something in the background. Apple, iTunes, iHeartRadio. Wherever you find your podcast at, we're there. We're over at least 80 to 90. We're close to 100 different podcast apps, forums, and all. And like I said, just contact us. Listen to the show. Want to give big props and shout outs to my man Damian Adams. The Real Deal with Damian Adams podcast. Really, really good podcast. Really enjoy it. Always loving it. My friend Miss Mary Mack, the Mary Mack Show on grief. Believe me, if you have grief in your life, ask Mary Mack. She'll tell you. She's really good. She's very, very kind. Very, very nice woman. And I very, very much appreciate her and respect her. And I will always give her big props and shout outs on this program, on my podcast as well. Big shout out and big props to my man Jeff Duarte over at Cali Sports News. My hip hop generals in the army of hip hop, which is really, really, one of the things I really represent and really respect. Danny Rivera, Jeff Shepard, Happy Original Pioneer, Reggie Reg, King Charlie Prince, Positive K, Cool Kyle, the original Star Child, my man. Appreciate you and everything that you do. My crew, Kaden Guru, is here. Say goodbye, Kaden.
See y'all later.
Oh, well, we'll talk. Anyway, Kaden Guru's here, the executive producer. Vinny V is my executive technical advisor. Mr. Ray Guru with the introduction, musical director and engineer. Dante Guru is the backup co-host to the co-host to the co-host. And Derek B is my co-host with the co-most. We appreciate him. Like I said, this is our motto and saying that we say all the time. This has been a Black Goat production for Black Goat Entertainment. Copyright 2021, all rights reserved. And remember, we don't steal from nobody. We always appreciate the stuff that we give. We ask for it, and we never take anything that's not ours. Also, I do want to mention that I did get my book. I did get my book from Amazon the other day, and it was the book on Mr. Dave Parker. Like I told you last week on episode 59, me and Dave Jordan connected, and I got the book Cobra, A Life of Baseball and Brotherhood. It is amazing. It is amazing. I'm still going through it. Dave, I want you to know I'm still going through it, but I want you to know that it is amazing. I really enjoy it. The way I could just imagine, I could see Dave Parker just speaking and talking about some of the things that he's been going through and he went through. And believe me, one of my true idols is Mr. Dave Parker. I would love to say hi to him one time and let him know that I'm one of his biggest fans. And like I said to you before last week, I wear a 39 around my neck on a chain with the cross that I religious, because I am religious. I believe in God. The cross for my Lord and Savior. And I do have a little emblem of the Kobe emblem that he has. Now, I do that because, like I said, there's three things in life that I do respect. I respect God, and I fear God. I respect Kobe because of what his athletic stuff that he did. And Dave Parker, number 39, represents the 39th. I'm the 39th grandson or grandchild in my family, and I really appreciate that. And I really look at Mr. Dave Parker as being one of my idols. Like I said, Larry Zonka as well. I would love to talk to Larry Zonka, but Dave Parker is one of my biggest idols that I really, really enjoy. Okay, guys, I got to get out of here. I'm not going to talk too long, and I'm not going to bore you guys with all the stuff that I have, but I just want to tell you that this has been a great podcast. Glad to see you, Kaden Guru. Glad to see you. You got anything else you want to add on to it?
Go Eagles.
Go Eagles. Okay. We don't know where that's going, but go Eagles. All right, folks. You guys have a great time. Enjoy your week. The Guru will be back with you next week. Do we have any outro music? I think he's telling me no. Okay. Goody, you're such a dummy. You're such a dummy. I don't know what to do with you. Anyway, folks, you guys have a great one. Like I said, we are out of here. The Guru will be back with episode 61. We're going to try to get more guests in here. We're going to talk about the NFL draft again next week. I think the week after next is the actual draft. It's on the 29th. And you guys take care of yourself. Get out there and enjoy yourself. Do something nice for somebody and treat somebody well. We all have stuff that we want to do in life. But like I said, if you get out there and do what you like, it'll never be a job and you'll always love what you're doing. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you soon. The Guru will see you real soon. I'll see you next week, episode 61. Later.